good lightweight start to the shots. So where would Luke be standing relation to like some Crawler?
Well, I have to be honest, before the Mendy fight, Crawler was a fight that, that was the same night that Mitchell boxed Barroso. So, we expected Mitchell to beat Barroso and then go on to fight Crawler, but Luke was sort of, really on the coattails of Crawler. Maybe not, the next couple of fights, but he was certainly someone he was looking at. And then the Yvonne Mendy fight just really turned everything upside down. So, performance like that against Gary Sykes, and I know that someone of Luke's calibre, no disrespect to Gary Sykes, should be beating Gary Sykes, but not necessarily like that. I think that was the most impressive thing about the victory tonight. If he would have laboured to a win, maybe over 12 rounds, it still would have been a good night's work. It's the way that he did it. It's back to the sharp Luke Campbell. Great feet, sharp counter punching, all the things we know he's so good at, fast hands, and that was just missing from the Mendy fight. So I'm kind of like, even though that event happened, it feels like it never happened kind of thing. But it did, and we deal with that, and maybe that will go on to make him an even better fighter. But in terms of the world levels concerned, he has got aspirations to win the British title. I've definitely got aspirations for him, and I know Jorge has as well, to rematch Yvonne Mendy. I think that's a good fight for him, and I think we need to, at some point, deal with that situation. But I think realistically, in the next 12 months, I think Luke Campbell will be ready for a world title. But it all depends who the champion is. I'm sure he'd fancy fighting Anthony Crawler, soon. But he's working on things, and tonight I expected it to take time. That all the work that he'd done with Jorge, but it didn't. It happened very quickly. But I think you'll see more of that work in a fight like Mendy, where he's going to get the rounds, and a lot of people will be interested in the rematch.
Because someone like Crawler, an inspiration, he's someone who showed that he can lose early in the career, a few times and come back and do what he's done.
Yeah, you could say that. You could use him as an example. I don't really look at any other fighter and use them as an example of, they've been beat, so it's okay, they've come back and they've done better. I just concentrate on myself. I got beat for my own reasons, and I took full responsibility in going there that night when I know I wasn't right, and I faced the consequences. But I'm training hard as ever. I'm 100% focused. I've had a great camp, and I got in the ring tonight completely different. I got in there actually feeling good, and then you see the difference when I feel good. I'm on it. It's like what Eddie said. You see the sharp footwork, the sharp punches, the power, alertness, focus, and I was just getting going. And I've just started the relationship now with George. It's our first camp together, but it's still early days. I believe that I'm a lot better fighter just in the first camp already with George, and I'm learning a lot. And 3 or 4 camps down the line of us working together, it's going to be a whole different level. And I'm excited. I enjoy working with George, and it's I can see little bits that he's adding to me and bringing more of my boxing skills out. And it's still early days, and like I said, a couple more camps together with me working with George, and you're going to see a big change. Not necessarily a big change, but a lot more of what I'm capable of. So this is just a start, and I'm scratching the surface yet.
You viciously went to finish the fight as well. Is that something you wanted to do to get it over early?
Yeah, 100%. You're not in there for overtime. Everybody loves to see a knockout, and I hit him with a shot. His legs went, and then that was it. I was straight in there, getting finished. And no one does that to Gary Sykes. I've seen him being dropped in the first round before and finished as strong as a lion in round 12. He's a tough warrior with a lot of he goes in with everyone. He don't dodge at anyone, and so I knew I had my hands from Gary Sykes, but I was just feeling all week that I need to make a statement here, and I knew I was going to knock him out. I thought it was going to be with an uppercut, but it wasn't. But who cares?
What you've mentioned the Mendy fight there, is that the next fight you want, or would you?
Yeah, like I said, I've got aspirations. I love the British title. I like that belt. I think it's a great route. Obviously sit down with Eddie and George and just plan it together. But again, for my city of Hull, no one's ever won it. So it'd be nice to rewrite history yet again and get both belts, and then just keep moving on and pushing forward and picking up more belts on the line.